Good afternoon, students. Today we will complete here part 11 of chapter 1, and the topic of today is respiration in animals. In the previous session, we had discussed about the respiration in plants. So let's see about the respiration in animals. So usually all animals take up oxygen from air and release carbon dioxide. However, there are different methods of respiration in animals, and each animal has its own mode of respiration. Okay, so what are the different modes of respiration? So firstly, we will discuss about the process of respiration or the exchange of gases in lower organisms. Okay, so lower organisms, for example, amoeba. Okay, unicellular organisms are there like amoeba, paramecium. So amoeba is an unicellular organism. So in amoeba, the gaseous exchange takes place through the thin cell membrane or the plasma membrane and by the process of diffusion. So as we know that amoeba is an aquatic animal. So the oxygen from water, okay, diffuses into the body through the cell membrane, and since amoeba is a small sized animal, so this oxygen diffused into the body spreads quickly into the whole body of amoeba, and through the same plasma membrane the CO2 will diffuses out. Okay, we have discussed that cell membrane is the respiratory is there for the respiratory exchange in amoeba. Now let's discuss about process of respiration in some higher organisms. Okay, so like in earthworm, so different kinds of respiration modes of respiration are there like skin respiration in earthworm. So what is skin respiration? So the skin of the earthworm is thin and moist. So earthworm absorbs the oxygen that is needed for respiration through its moist skin. The carbon dioxide released is carried back by the blood to be expelled from the body of the earthworm through its skin only. So that's why it is called a skin respiration. Okay, and this oxygen is transported to all the body cells of the earthworm by blood, where it is used for respiration. So we can say that the respiratory surface of an earthworm is the moist skin. Next one is gill respiration. So in fishes, so as we know that fish is an aquatic animal, so the gaseous exchange in fishes, it takes place through the gills. What are these? These are the gills. And what are gills? Gills are the specialized breathing organs. Specialized breathing organs. So this process is also called bronchial respiration. Gill respiration is also called bronchial respiration. So the gills in fishes are present on either side of its head. So these gills are covered by gill covers, and so that are not visible superficially. So now let's discuss how the breathing takes place in fishes. So in fishes, the water enters through the mouth and passes over the gills. When water passes through the gills, the dissolved oxygen is obtained from the water. So then the water is expelled out through the gill slits. In this way, the dissolved oxygen is used or is carried to all parts of the body by the blood, and the carbon dioxide produced is expelled out into the surrounding water by the gill slits. So in this way the dissolved oxygen is obtained from water. So you have seen that when a fish is taken out of water, it dies soon because fishes don't have lungs to get oxygen. So the gills are, as you know, the gills are the primary respiratory organs in a fish which can obtain the dissolved oxygen from water. So hence it is clear that the respiratory surface of a fish is its gills. The same process of respiration can be seen in prawns, mussels. Okay, so this is about gill respiration. Now we will know about the tracheal respiration. So in all the insects like cockroach, grasshopper, okay, their organs, respiratory organs are highly branched, that are known as the, this is the tracheal respiration diagram of tracheal respiration of cockroach. So These are highly branched ear tubes that are known as the trachea, and these trachea are connected to atmosphere by minute respiratory called spiracle. Okay, these are the spiracles, or spiracles are also known as the stigmata. In cockroach there are 10 pairs of spiracles. 10 pairs of spiracles, in which 2 pairs are found in thorax region and 8 pairs in abdomen. So each spiracles leads into a chamber that is called atrium, from which main trachea rises. So main trachea divides and redivides to form a fine network that is known as the tracheal intercom. So these finest branches of this intercom are tracheoles, which directly and into the body cells, and terminal part of the tracheals are filled with the tracheolar fluid. So in these animals, oxygen goes directly into the body cells. Okay, and blood has no role in transportation of gases, because the blood of these animals is colorless, hence no hemoglobin is present there. So that's why they are also known as the hemolymph. So this is about the tracheal respiration. Now we will know about the lung respiration. So in many land animals like some mollusks, slugs, amphibians, and all the reptiles, birds and mammals, the respiratory organs are lungs. Okay, respiratory organs are lungs, so that's why lung respiration is also known as the pulmonary respiration. And in this, the source of oxygen is air, so these are also called the air breathers. So it occurs with the help of respiratory system that we will discuss in tomorrow's part. Thank you so much.